Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home.
David is my husband.
All on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
On
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Tja, halt zurück zu Dr. Dekker. Wir müssen mal gucken, dass wir jetzt mal ein bisschen klarkommen. Also, ein paar Fragen stellen, ne? Schauen wir mal. Wir fragen ihn mal, wie es heute geht, ne? Weil er hat ja so ein bisschen...
The burn,
täglich grüßt das
Hannah's
Murmeltier.
rocking chair. The day moved forward. It was a good choice. I'm not sure I've got much left of hers now. I've burnt most of it, or given it away, just to make the days move forward. There was a moment when I was attacking a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
Ja, das müssten wir natürlich fragen hier mit dem Paper-Ding.
I didn't notice Dr. Dekker had a paper spike.
Aha.
I haven't really seen more than a foot in front of me since Hannah died. Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Tja, der ist irgendwie ein bisschen verschlossen, ne?
I signed up for a dating website. It's a bit easy, to be honest. If I message something they don't like, I change it when the day replays. It's not very honest.
Ja, könnte man so sagen.
If I'm being honest, I'd probably rather ask out one of the patients I've seen here. The friendly redhead with the accent.
Okay, also.
I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up. I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement.
Aha.
That she didn't love me anymore. I regretted it.
Okay, also war alles nicht so gut.
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Okay.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy.
Ja, das ist in der Tat ein bisschen komisch.
I think that he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me. Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power. Ah, the curse. Well remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him. I didn't want to believe him. I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad. He said he'd give me a demonstration. He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
Was war jetzt das bitte?
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked. He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore, so I got basic therapist.
Naja, wenn er ihn hypnotisiert, kann er halt eben auch vergessen, ne? Das wäre nicht so schlecht.
He told me lots of people get depression, to become more active, see more people. And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be.
Aha, you know Jaya well.
Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot. I'm not sure how many days of that she'd remember.
Sie hatte
She seemed to
gesagt, dass sie die
care,
Nummer von ihm
which is
haben
more I can
wollte,
say
ne?
for Dekker.
Ach, weiß nicht. Ups, shit. Tja, ich wollte eigentlich nicht cheaten. Cheating is so bad. So, komm.
I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew, so I had to play along. Keep coming to the sessions, pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again, but I couldn't talk to him about it, because he'd know. I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Ja, du hast aber einige. Ah. Hallo. Did you kill Dekker? Okay.
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I wanted to be as far away from him as possible. I don't know who did.
Komisch, ne?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day.
Okay, das ist nicht gut. Mondays sind irgendwie blöd, wa? Also, was weiß sie über den Piekser?
Dr. Dekker used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money. I actually don't have a lot of money. Sometimes a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it. Oh, my checks are fine though, don't worry.
Mich interessieren die Checks aber eigentlich gar nicht.
You've got a good memory, Doctor. Let's talk dreams. Sometimes I'll dream about a light. Deep in the ocean somewhere. I head towards it because it's warm and glowing like a beacon. When I'm at the bottom, it's the most beautiful thing. Like a welcoming sun. Like I'm home. And then I wake up. Rent day is the day I pay rent to my landlady.
Ja, das war wohl klar.
I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come with me to the beach? Doctor, I think you're getting a little anxious. If you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine. I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars, though. Sometimes I'll get away with not paying at restaurants. Isn't that how it is for everybody?
Ich glaube nicht. Ich glaube nicht.
I mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget. Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different.
Mhm.
The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention. Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me wherever I go. It's creepy. I don't want everyone seeing that.
Die Tante ist irgendwie ein bisschen spooky, ne?
They follow me wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor? It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so, then leave. Other places, they just disappear. I don't see them again. They don't just
Dann gekillt.
disappear into thin air. I think they return to the place I found them. But I've not run into the same person twice.
Das ist alles voll spooky.
It's so beautiful. Calls me. It's like I'm in a trance. What does the dream mean, Doctor? I guess. I hate being in the same place for too long. Maybe I'm always searching for paradise or something.
Lass mal gucken hier. Man buys you drinks, people even follow you home.
Are we still talking about him? And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor. Dr. Dekker suggested home visits. I think he was probably checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
Lass uns das mal ein bisschen stressen. Yes, I'm thinking of doing home visits.
I can't afford any more sessions, so it sounds like you'll be paying. That's a date, isn't it, Doctor? I'm not sure that's appropriate.
Sie sagt, das ist Kohle, ne?
It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl. Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor?
Ja, man muss mal drauf
I
eingehen, ne?
think you're falling for me, Doctor. Don't let that get in the way of helping me. Yes, they follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance.
krass, ne?
There was one guy, a real gym buddy. I let him into the bedroom, but nothing. Nothing I did would stop him just staring at me. It was creepy.
Ja, das würde ich auch so
I
sehen.
got him to follow me outside, and then I just shut the door.
Oh, das würde ich auch so sehen. Fragen wir mal jemand anderen, ne? Lassen Sie mal mit ihm weitermachen, mit ihr weitermachen. Oder... Ja.
I'm fine. Work's fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry's Terry. Oh, you'd be pleased to know I don't have the locket anymore. I gave it back. All of it. Every single keepsake.
Okay. Wahrscheinlich Hilda ist schon tot.
Hilda's nearing the end. She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't been that argumentative either. Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday. It was nothing. I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know. I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left.
Boah, also spielst du heute die Tochter, oder was?
You know the answer to that, Doctor. What have we been talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better? That's the plan. I know, it sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up. I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now.
Ja.
Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes. Are you thinking of them? Can you picture them? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I don't think it's going to work. On the bright side, that probably means you're not going to die anytime soon.
Aha, nicht schlecht. Aber das war schon ein bisschen spooky, ne? So, Paper Spike, fragen wir
It's true
jeden.
then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike.
Aha.
Dr. Dekker used to play with it in our sessions sometimes. You know, pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. Yeah, this bit here between his thumb and his finger. He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood being a nurse and all that, but actually, there wasn't any.
Aha.
I was a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, you know? Like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real. Dr. Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said he just thought that it wouldn't hurt him. so it didn't.
Der Typ war auch irgendwie so ein Freak, ne? Wahnsinn.
Terry seems to have backed down since I gave the keepsakes back. Actually, it doesn't seem like she's been very well. Not her usual self.
Okay.
Maybe she's got a bug or something. You told me to. Well, not in so many words, but you said I shouldn't have kept them. And what with Terry going around telling everyone I stole them, I didn't feel like I really had any choice. The lockets, the watch, the ring. But I kept the little bird Sarah Dekker gave me. I wasn't supposed to mention her.
Tja.
Dr. Dekker's mother. She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago.
Oh, okay.
It's tricky. I mean, I'll sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, it's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum, or I love you, Dad. But it doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because it's not really them. I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear. And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality.
Tja, weiß ich nicht, ne? Ob das nun besser ist. So, Claire erstmal nicht, ne? Wir fragen ihn auch mal, wie es ihm geht, ne?
Hello, Doctor. I've been thinking about our last session, and I just wanted you to know that I'm not a bad person. I know taking naked photographs is wrong, but you don't know what it's like until you face the same temptation. I'm assuming you don't know what it's like. Do you have an extra hour, Doctor?
Es geht dich mal gar nichts an, ob ich eine extra Hour habe. Erzähl mir mal was über den Castle Fort.
I'm actually a classically trained pallbearer. There are a lot of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly. Nobody gave me the memo that Claire was telling everybody about our arrangement. Sometimes a few slip out the back for student use too. These things happen in all cemeteries. It's best not to broadcast it. I spied on Dr. Dekker, not long before he was murdered. I'm not sure I should tell you what I saw in his basement.
Doch, erzähl mal.
I'd been feeling uneasy with Dr. Dekker for some time. I mentioned how he'd changed before, so I began spying on him at home. One night, the basement door was open, and Dekker was returning upstairs. I skipped past him, and there she was, a girl. It was difficult to tell, it was dark, and she was chained.
Chained, okay. Ooh.
I removed the chains, dressed her, and sat her in the police station. There's no evidence, though. No evidence of what he'd done. But she was free. I saved her. I'm not evil. I destroyed evil. Dr. Dekker frequently used that paper spike on his desk as an example. I'm sure he did it with the other patients too. He'd make me look at it, touch the point to see how sharp it was. He'd tell me that because I think it's sharp, it will hurt me. But if I thought it was nothing, it could pass right through my hand. Thank God for that. There's someone else in my hour, a hooded figure, watching me and following me. I followed it too.
Und wo kommst du dann an?
Whatever it is that's following me, it doesn't want to catch me yet. If I move towards it, it runs away. And when I follow it past temptations. A bar brawl, an open till, an open bedroom window. Like it's testing me.
Tell me about Babo, ne?
I looked in. Watching other people is somehow built into our genes, Doctor. There was an old woman in bed. I went inside. Her bed covers were smoking. I think she'd fallen asleep holding a cigarette. I took the covers and put them in the bath. She'd have died otherwise. And no, I didn't take any pictures.
Tja. Ah, die Figur interessiert mich erstmal nicht.
I did nothing. I'm not stealing anymore.
Okay. Ach, shit. Mann, immer klicke ich da drauf, ey. Scheiße.
I split the brawl up.
Oh. Ja, danke.
I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you. That I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves.
Ja, bestimmt.
Maybe it's Dr. Dekker risen from the dead.
Ja.
I need to talk to you about him. I'm surprised I haven't been approached earlier. I mean, my skills in the military. Special ops would be a breeze, wouldn't it? Waltz in past everyone during the midnight hour. Get whatever you want and return to friendly soil. It also makes me think that they might already know all of that, and that they want to get rid of me in case I tell anyone else. Would you do something for me if they get me?
Klar.
Would you tell Jessica I love her? She didn't really know me that well, but I did love her. And also, there's a hard drive in the bottom drawer of my drinks cabinet.
Mhm.
Please destroy it. Please, don't look at it. Common or garden rocks. It's actually quite handy sometimes having an archaeological dig going on next door. Although I'd rather there wasn't. Jessica is a beautiful woman. I've not spied on her since the incident we talked about.
Incident.
I have
okay.
real feelings for her, Doctor. We've never connected. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. It's nice you think I'm capable of such basic interaction with females. But I'm still in awe of her, really. I will think about it, though.
Ja, denk mal drüber nach, mein Freund, aber nicht wieder so Bildchen machen.
I find using nautical terms to describe the position of pallbearers fitting. Plus, most of them are 3 sheets to the wind. You know, drunk. I put my hand through a rusty nail at work today. It hurt like hell and bled like I'd been shot. I closed my eyes and thought, this isn't happening. The nail is just a worm and it will wriggle through me. When I looked back, can you guess what I saw? When I looked back at my hand, it was healed. Look, see?
Oh Mann.
My hand had healed. The nail had become a worm and was wriggling in my palm. It was like a little miracle. Like magic.
Ich glaube...
I shouldn't really
Das ist
say
normal.
miracle or magic. They're words that Dr. Dekker used when he tried to get you to think things and make them real. But do you think it's real, Doctor? That
Absolut.
magic is real? And so it isn't. I envy you, Doctor. I wish I could be so sure.
So, den haben wir jetzt mal durch, ne? Puh, ich glaube auch, das muss mal reichen für diese Session, ey. Genug Freaks, echt. Also mehr beim nächsten Mal. Ciao.